1 in Huntington Beach belong to Team World. They live up to the hype and bring a slim lead and momentum into the weekend. Can they pull away, or will North America show why they are the defending champs? Day 2 of the TYR Cup is next.
The TYR Cup is back and Huntington Beach is ready. This September, it's North America versus the world in a 3-day team battle for fitness supremacy. Each squad comprises 8 hand-picked elite athletes, consisting of 4 men and 4 women, along with 2 captains. The formats, 6 unique styles, indie throwdowns, all hands requiring full team power, solo skill spotlights, and strategy-driven lineups. And it all comes down to the final captain's test. Every event win earns a point. Some events have standard targets to earn another. Tie it up, one final face-off decides it all. The prize? $160,000 for the winner, $40K for second, $10K for the MVP, and massive bragging rights. Whether you're competing, spectating, or vibing at the West Coast party, the TYR Cup returns September 19th to the 21st. That means it's almost time to settle the score. See you in Cali.
It's a cloudy evening in Huntington Beach, but the stars are about to shine as 16 of the fittest athletes in the world are here at TYR Wodapalooza SoCal to compete for bragging rights and $160,000 in prize money in the TYR Cup. Team North America and Team World battled through 3 events last night, and Team World walked out with a 3-2 lead, but they started the day with 7 points up for grabs, so a lot can still happen. But as we enter day 2, the pressure is on North America.
I mean, it was on coming in, but we thought it was a little off because Team World looks so good on paper. But with that 1 point to start things off yesterday, the pressure's on because Team North America does see that they have a chance, but they have to execute to perfection.
Before we take a closer look at day number 2, let's take a look back at day number 1. 3 total events, and we started it off with just a nasty challenge in Echo on Fran. And for the world team, it was Emma Tall who led the way for the women, but unfortunately her teammates were not close behind her. That gave the win to Team North America in that heat. And then on the men's side of things, Team North America completes the sweep. They earn the point courtesy of Jason Hopper and Dallin Pepper.
Oh, Jason Hopper, Dallin Pepper. Oh, is there an echo bike? Are we doing heavy thrusters? Yeah, those are the 2 guys you wanted the forefront for Team North America.
Going into event 2, the ski shootout. Really, it was the world team, not so much because of their fitness, but because of their execution. The women and the men both win, and they pick up 2 points in the process.
Huge question mark event. How are they going to handle the ski shoot? But both the women, as you said, Sean, and the men executed perfectly for Team World.
It was Jay Crouch who wound up bringing it home for the world team, and they led 2-1 at that point. Then we got to the Ole show, and North America pretty much had to concede the 1-rep max snatch and clean and jerk because Alexis Raptis, more on her in a second, was a little worse for the wear after event number 1. So they put her out there. She just snatched 85 pounds, and Emma Tall wrapped it up for the world team. But then, in Isabel and Grace, North America roared back.
They basically used the weightlifting event that they knew they weren't going to win anyways as a sacrifice to get this point on the barbell cycling event to tie it up to close out day number 1.
After day number 1, it was the world team with a 1-point lead over North America, but they came in today again with 7 points up for grabs. We've already had 1 event. We'll get to that in a second. But what stood out the most to you on day number 1? We'll start with the world team.
TYR Toomey, but for all the wrong reasons. There was a lot of questions about how she competed in event number 1 and what that means for her. She was a little tongue-in-cheek on how or what the reasons were or were not were, but we just looked at the lineup tonight, and TYR Toomey is doing every single event in tonight's competition.
For North America, Danielle Brandon came in as a bit of a wild card, but she delivered yesterday.
She did, and that's the which version of Danielle Brandon are we going to get? Are we going to get the best version of an incredible athlete and great teammate? The answer is yes. Not only did she perform well yesterday with a lot of adversity where that could derail her, it did not. It focused her. She did great, and even this morning's competition, I've heard the other teammates that Danielle Brandon has been an awesome captain so far.
You mentioned this morning, and that is when day 2 of competition kicked off. It was a longer event. It was the 4-legged race, and it was comprised of 4 different parts, 4 different athletes doing each part. You had a swim, you had a ski, you had a row, and then we closed things out with a run. And here's a look at how things played out earlier in Huntington Beach. Team World picks up 2 points in that event. North America picks up 1 as Ricky Garrard is able to overtake Jason Hopper on the run. North America led for the majority of that event, but as we watched Jason Hopper get off the rower, we knew that lead wasn't going to be big enough because Ricky Garrard did a very good job of chasing him down and won by a wide margin. What stood out to you the most in that event?
It was Ricky Garrard and the way he handled the moment in the anchor leg for that. He was about 12 seconds behind Jason Hopper going into that final 4,000-meter run, but by the time they got done, Ricky Garrard was all by himself. We were curious of how he's going to handle the team captain position, and he is handling it with what he said is less with words and more with my fitness, and that was on display this morning.
If North America is going to claw their way back into this thing, they are going to need to be firing, on all cylinders, and in order to do that, they're going to need a healthy Alexis Raptis. She was a little worse for the wear last night after event 1, had to be helped off the floor. Bella Martin found out what was going on with that. Let's bring her in for a report on Alexis Raptis.
Well, when we think of Alexis Raptis and needing assistance off the floor, we're typically thinking of that lingering back injury that she has, but it wasn't that last night. Last night, Alexis said that she had a little bit of a blood sugar issue. She was feeling dizzy, feeling a little bit sick, but I caught up with her this morning. She said she's feeling a lot better today. She's slated to work out tonight, so unless something changes last minute, hopefully we'll see a healthy Alexis Raptis on the floor tonight. They're gonna need it. One of the questions last night that was also brought into it is, do we have a substitution rule? Can we bring another athlete in that's not on our roster, and will Team World allow us to do it moving into the second day of competition? We didn't have to worry about it too much, but hopefully Alexis is good for game tonight.
Thank you, Bella. It's going to be a lot to happen before we get to the substitution
Yes.
issue, but Alexis seems like she's okay. She was here earlier, and we expect to see her out on the competition floor here tonight. We still have 3 events remaining, 5 points up for grabs. 3 very different events. We have head-to-head matchups. We have teams of 4. We have mixed gendered pairs.
Yeah.
What do you like about what's on the schedule for tonight?
I love that we're now going from the weak link test that we had yesterday to specializing and putting our athletes in the best place to succeed. So we're going to get the best versions of each team. These mixed gender pairs is coming up. What I love this morning is whoever went this morning for event number 4 cannot do the middle event tonight. So you have 4 new athletes taking the floor that did not compete this morning. And then tonight, mano-a-mano. We're going to have a great race.
That's the schedule for today. And speaking of schedules, if you have not already noticed, CrossFit announced key dates and details about the 2026 season, and they're about to drop more about the Worldwide Open.
26.3 will be announced live in Miami at Wodapalooza.
Heather, when the season was announced, I think a lot of the community was kind of concerned. What are we going to have to do? Are we going to pick Wodapalooza? Are we going to do the Open? Now they can do both. How did this partnership come to be?
I mean, we are so excited to collaborate with Wodapalooza and Dylan and his team. We started talking about this when Wodapalooza made the decision to change their dates. So it just makes sense for us to bring this event to the community and have everybody come together for a ton of fun. I mean, you look at this event, this is about being fun and the community. And so that's what we're going to bring to Miami with the announcement and 26.3.
Something I'm excited about, we said that 26.3 is announced here. What's it going to look like for the rest of the athletes that are competing over the weekend for the announcement?
Yeah, one of the unique features about this is that the athletes competing at Wodapalooza from elite all the way down to every division will have a chance to complete 26.3, have their score validated, and kind of keep rocking and rolling to close out their Open on the big stage in Miami.
Now, I know you can't tell us what 26.3 is, but can you give us what your favorite movement would be if we were going to see it?
Oh, goodness. I mean, with that many people, isn't the old classic 7 minutes of burpees? Should we do that?
No, I don't think we should do that.
All right. Then I always vote for a barbell no matter what. So let's have a barbell and have some fun with it.
Heather, we're excited. We'll see you guys in Miami. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Bella.
Let's not do 7 minutes
Okay,
of burpees.
yeah, no,
but
that-
let's don't do that. But I'm going to quote
yeah.
Bart Scott from the New York Jets. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
That's going to be a blast.
Just when I thought you couldn't do anything more dumb, you go and do this and totally redeem yourself. We were begging for this to happen. We weren't sure if it was, but Wodapalooza, announcement of 26.3, they're on site, and you get to compete in it all weekend long. This is the perfect thing CrossFit could have done. It's a marriage between Wodapalooza and the CrossFit Games, and I cannot be more thrilled that this is going to be a thing.
That environment in Miami is second to none. If you've never been, now is the time to go so you can take part in 26.3. It's going to be an absolute great time there in southern Florida. Well, we have Event 5 coming up next, just moments away here.
More CrossFit.
Yeah, more. You've got to focus on this first. Give me a key for Team North America and a key for Team World here tonight.
So Team North America, when you have, it looks like Justin Medeiros and Emma Lawson are going to take the reins for this particular event. That is two high-quality athletes that are good at run-of-the-mill classic CrossFit. On the Team World side, it's going to be Tia and Guy is what we saw on paper. So Guy, listen to Tia and just do whatever she tells you to do. But a lot of this is going to be adapting on the fly, because this minute change when it comes to these max bulk set events, there's a game plan and there's the real plan, and we'll see which one shakes out at the end.
We're going to kick things off with event number 5. 3 events here tonight. 5 points on the line is going to be exciting. We'll take a quick break. When we return, action continues at the 2025 TYR Cup from Huntington Beach. Saturday night at the TYR Cup at TYR Wodapalooza SoCal, and it's the world team that has the lead, but North America looking to return to championship form and tie this thing up going into the third and final day. Thanks for being with us, everybody, from Huntington Beach, California. I'm Sean Woodland with Chase Ingram. Let's take a look at the overall standings after 4 events. It is the world team with a 2-point lead on North America after picking up 2 points earlier today in event number 4. Event number 5, a much different challenge. It is min to max, and there's a lot of gymnastics movements here.
There's a lot of gymnastics movements, but not a lot of athletes doing it, as it just mixed gender pairs, 1 pair per each team. It's 120 toes to bar, 90 wall-facing handstand push-ups, and 45 ring muscle-ups. But the twist here is that each individual athlete is going to be working for a minute only. So you work a minute, rest a minute, alternate with your partner.
And for more on that, let's bring in the third member of our broadcast crew, Bella Martin.
Chase, I like that you say you're working a minute, you're resting a minute. Those 90 toe to bar are pretty much a non-factor. This workout doesn't really matter who's good on the toe to bar. It's who can handle that wall-facing handstand push-up fatigue and who can get into those ring muscle-ups. And I love to see the pairings that they have. North America has Justin and Emma Lawson. Team World has Guy and Tia. I'm hopeful that we're going to see a really fiery and spicy Tia tonight. We didn't get to see it last night. She looks ready to go, so I'm excited to see if these two kind of can get ahead of Team North America and really put on that show that we were expecting to see last night.
Thank you, Bella. Guy Mayeros on the right side there in the white shirt. He's going to be paired up with Tia Toomey, and for North America, it's Vellner and Lawson.
I mean, there's a lot of great pairings out there. So Vellner stepping in, what we originally told earlier in the day that was going to be Justin Medeiros. Actually, it does look like Justin Medeiros will be out there. So Justin will be doing this there with Emma Lawson. And we think about how to approach this, because it is a unique format that really we haven't seen in team competition. And the note before you go is you should sit there with your teammate and plan out what you think your ability to work within the minute is, and then where those people fill in based off those rep schemes within the minute. Don't blow up in the wall. Why? Because the ring muscle up is so heavy on the ring dip. If you go to failure on the wall-facing handstand push-ups, you are not going to finish well with those 45 ring muscle-ups at the end.
There are 2 points on the line for the winner here. You get a point for the fastest time, and you also get a point for finishing inside the time cap.
We saw the same thing this morning in event number 4. And it's just to make sure these teams don't sandbag and miss the time cap and lose out on a point.
Event 5 underway.
Okay, so you got Guy starting off. It's going to be a solid minute. Now, most all games athletes, and it's crazy to say this, can hang on to the bar for a minute and do toes to bar nonstop. So if you think about the cycle rate, you're probably ripping off close to 30 plus toes to bar. Well, some of these athletes have max toes to bars up to 50 to 75 in a row with some of your top tier athletes. So this is really not, as Bella said earlier, this isn't the make or break position for these athletes. What you want to figure out, though, is with 120 total toes to bar, how many are we going to be able to sustain until we get that mark? And then who's going to be getting to the handstand push-ups first between the 2 pairs?
Guy Mayeros took a quick break. The hat at the top of your screen will be counting down. They started with 255 total reps. So right now, North America, courtesy of Emma Lawson, who has yet to hop off that bar, they have the lead here early. 120 total reps here, and they switch off every minute. So now Justin Medeiros and Tia Toomey up there.
Now, big difference between, look at Tia Toomey on the right. Nice big kip swing, tight at the bottom and in the midsection to get the toes up to the bar. Justin Medeiros started with that almost a butterfly style heel pullback position. The cycle rate for that is a lot faster, but the fatigue element is a lot greater than that normal big kip swing.
Medeiros and Lawson in the back half of this, as is the world team.
Tia looking very smooth. And the question mark after yesterday's event 1, when we saw how Tia performed, I don't know if I've ever actually seen her get last in an event at any point in her career.
At the 135 rep mark is when they'll move on to the 90 strict wall facing handstand push-ups.
So solid minute for Justin. Emma Lawson the same. You can see her looking at the judge to see what rep they're on. And you mentioned in the first round that Guy had taken a short break. I think some people might be, if they don't really know Guy's skill set, is that you would traditionally think is like, okay, save this guy for the deadlift bar and the burpee event that we have coming up. Why put Guy out here in a gymnastics-only event? Guy has solid gymnastics for a CrossFit athlete. Now, it's not at the par with his barbell work, but nobody's up to par with Guy's barbell work, so that's not to be surprised there, but Guy handles the gymnastics very well.
And North America only has now 4 reps remaining until they're going to be done, so they'll move on to these strict wall-facing handstand push-ups in just a couple of reps, as now Lawson and Medeiros hustle to the other end of the floor. And Medeiros is going to get right to work, 90 total reps, as Tia Toomey's got about 10 left to go on her toes to bar before they can join North America on the second of 3 movements.
Now, I realize this is a affiliate owner's absolute nightmare with the amount of chalk that is sitting on the mats. However, with the sun coming down, the marine layer washing over the competition floor, these mats are very slick. So the competition directors are allowing them to chalk up this space to make sure that those hands do not slip on the mats.
And let's give credit to the crew out there. They've been doing a really good job between events of wiping things down, making sure it stays as dry as possible.
We talk strategy and how we're going to play into this as Justin takes a very smart break. The fact that he gets to start on the handstand push-ups and Emma Lawson gets to rest coming up the toes to bar is going to be a good position for Team North America to come into. Keep Justin a little bit more fresh for the ring muscle-ups to close things out.
Once they get to the 45 rep mark is when they will be done with this portion of the event, and then it's on to those 45 ring muscle-ups that they need to complete, as now both Lawson and Guy Maieros have tagged in.
When we talk about strength, look at the speed that Guy Maieros is going on. I'll tell you what, the one nice thing about having slick mats is that that plexiglass will also be just as slick. Usually, if you've got rubber, well, most everybody has rubber-soled shoes, but those will stick on a plexiglass more than, say, a wood wall or even a concrete slick wall.
North America continues to lead.
Emma Lawson laboring a bit on those last couple of reps. What I want her to be careful of is, like, do not go to failure here on the handstand push-ups, or those muscle-ups are going to be very difficult to do.
I misspoke. By the hat, Team World is now taking the lead on this portion. They have 33 left by the count on the scoreboard, so they have overtaken North America. Now Medeiros and Toomey back to work. Now 24 to go for World.
You can get a lead going into the rings, but with 45 ring muscle-ups between two athletes, after the 120 toes to bar, so that midline, that core flexion is going to be absolute fatigue. That's going to affect the turnover to the rings. Now blowing out your triceps and shoulders, when the part that most people fail on a ring muscle-up is the dip out of it. Both those two things are going to be taxed going into these final 45 reps.
And there are 2 points to the winning team available here. 1 point for the fastest time, 1 point for finishing underneath the time cap. And it is the World team that leads 5-3 here coming into this event.
And I don't want to say this too early. Obviously, we're at event 5. There's 11 total events, but Team North America, we talked at the beginning of the weekend yesterday, is that they need to capitalize on these 50-50 opportunities where it could swing either way. No one's a clear favorite in the event. Being down by 2, you cannot be down by 3 at the midway point of this competition. They desperately need these points.
The Team World is now done, and they will head to the ring muscle-ups. 45 total reps. North America, Emma Lawson taking another break, and they are in danger of falling well behind Guy Maieros and Tia Toomey here, as Maieros is to work on the ring muscle-ups.
Looks very smooth on the rings. Man, they are way ahead.
They're going to be tough to catch right now. Another break for Lawson. And she has about 15 seconds to go before Medeiros will try to put the closing few reps on this set. Tia up to the ring, muscle ups.
See Tia
Medeiros on the handstand push-ups.
fumbling with that grip a little bit. Your partner needs to understand is when they come off the rings, it's okay to hang, try to stabilize those just a little bit versus just throwing out to the sides when you get done.
Now the wind has died down a little bit, but it's still enough to affect those rings.
Tia's swing looks just not the crisp Tia kip swing, even press out, and that's where we thought the compounding effect of the toes to bar and the wall-facing handstand push-ups. Honestly, we saw the same thing yesterday in chest to bar pull-ups. She just didn't look like herself yesterday.
Well, now Medeiros on the right has got to try to settle those rings. Did a nice job of hopping back up there. It's a 10-rep lead for Team World right now.
And with 30 reps left to go, this is not over yet because Justin Medeiros, under fatigue, does fairly well on high-volume ring muscle-ups. The question is that how many can Guy do? Because really, we thought in the beginning is that Guy would be leading on Tia for the success of this event. That's not the case. It is coming down to how big of a chunk can Guy take out of this second set of muscle-ups for his team.
North America has managed to pull as close as 10, but they can't get closer than that as Emma Lawson now has a chance to cut a little bit more into that deficit as Guy is resting.
And it looks like Lawson's trying to catch as high as she can on the turnover of the rings to just limit how much range of motion she's going to have to press out of the dip.
$15 reps remain, now 14 for Team World. They have increased their lead that they had when Lawson and Medeiros took over.
Ooh, that last rep was a tough rep, but 12 reps, 1 minute to do it.
Team World looking to increase their overall lead here with an event win.
Justin's going to close the gap a little bit if Tia can hold on.
Final 5 reps for Tia Toomey.
Oh, wow. Going on.
Medeiros taking a break. Tia's got 2 to go. 30 seconds before Guy's got to come back in. Medeiros is right back to work, but he is going to run out of time as Tia Toomey and Guy Medeiros are going to bring home an event win for the world team, and their lead will now be 3 points. And Medeiros and Lawson still need to finish because remember, they can pick up a point if they get inside the time cap.
Not every event has that designation. We talked last night about the ski shoot event where first to 20, the event's over, but this keeps teams from just sandbagging the event.
Time cap is 11 minutes, so Lawson is looking like she's going to get inside that and pick up a point for North America. And Lawson has done it. And that'll give a point to North America. And again, the deficit is now 3. And we said this at the top of the show. The pressure's on North America coming into the day. Now it is really on. Their margin for error has gotten even slimmer.
And it's really going to come down is that they really have to make that up with 2 more events for the rest of the evening. And coming down to that deadlift burpee event might be that make or break event for the weekend.
The Team North America had the lead heading into the wall-facing handstand push-ups as Emma Lawson and Justin Medeiros were able to get through those toes to bar first, but it was on the wall where Tia and Guy caught him and did not look back.
Well, it really was on the wall where Guy just put on an absolute show on those wall-facing handstand push-ups, which really brought them past Team North America. Emma Lawson struggled on the wall a bit towards the end, and you know, he's not just a one-trick pony. Guy Medeiros really carried Team World in that event.
Let's send it down to Bella Martin on the competition floor.
Let's go, Hudson.
Guy, when it comes to competing on a team here, what's it like competing with Tia? Do you feel like you have to hold on? Because you were putting in the work on this one.
Yeah. So Tia is Tia, so she doesn't accept anything but the victory. So it really hold us to a higher standard. But it's great. She pushes the whole team. Her mentality is amazing. So we're just following our captain, just putting the work and getting more points for the team.
Something that we were watching on this one, while it was only you and Tia competing, your teammates were there helping you. How did you guys make this a full team effort, whether it was chalking or kind of getting together?
We're just a team, you know, like we don't think just about ourselves. And this is just to prove the power of friendship that Pat was making fun of.
Guy, a lot of people don't think that you're as phenomenal in gymnastics as you are in a barbell. What do you have to say? You just crushed it.
I don't need to say anything, just watch the video.
All right, Guy, congratulations. Thanks. Back to you, Sean.
Guy Mayeros and Tia Toomey. Another event win for the world team, and those four from North America have got to come up with a big performance in event 6. The score is now 7-4, Team World. We will take a quick break. When we return, event number 6, and we will be joined in the booth by 6-time CrossFit Games athlete Emily Rolfe. So stay with us, everybody, as our coverage from TYR Wodapalooza SoCal continues.
The all-new Whoop is here, now more advanced than ever. Train smarter, sleep deeper, recover faster. Extend your healthy years. Understand your cycle phases. Now 7% smaller with 14 plus days of battery life. So your data never stops, and neither do you. Power your best performance with memberships made for every goal. Join Whoop today.
It's not hard to do, baby. All you gotta do, get out on the floor and let yourself go.
Strength, endurance, resilience. These aren't just words, they're promises. Ones you make every day to protect, serve, and defend. You put in the work, now put it to the test. Because when the mission calls, you answer. Join the mission.
Saturday night continues at TYR Wodapalooza SoCal as we are now through 5 of 11 events at the 2025 TYR Cup. And it is the world team that now has a 3-point lead over North America after the event win from Tia Toomey and Guy Mayeros. That's 2 in a row now for Team World as they have so far won both events here on Saturday, and they lead 7-4. Thanks for being with us, everybody. I'm Sean Woodland with Chase Ingram, and we welcome in 6-time CrossFit Games athlete and member of Team North America last year, the team that won, Emily
Yes.
Rolfe. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
What was it like being on this side of things this year?
It's different for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more chill. I'm a lot more relaxed. Yeah, it's good.
Sounds like you need to be back out there, honestly.
Yeah.
It's, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus just yet, but I'm just looking at the numbers. As Emily's here, and North America's not winning right now.
I mean, they need to win this event for sure to give themselves a fighting chance tomorrow.
Well, event number 6 is uphill battle. There's a lot of moving parts here, Chase.
All right, everybody take a deep breath. Open up your ear gates. It's mixed pairs on the deadlift and bar-facing burpees. There's 2 pairs for each team. One pair will do 1. Tag the next pair, they'll do 1. You'll do 2-2, 3-3, all the way to 7-7. Once both pairs have worked 1 through 7, there's the big bar. And now all 4 will be working together on the final barbell for 28 reps and finishing with 28 bar-facing burpees.
Well, Justin Medeiros was a participant in the last event. He's a spectator now, and he's with Bella Martin on the competition floor.
Justin, it's not often that you have 2 fittest men on earth on a team together, and they're the underdogs going into the second day of competition. How do you navigate that situation?
I know. I think the thing that people are forgetting is that we also have Pat Vellner on the team, and he's used to coming from behind. So I think we're in the perfect spot for a comeback right now.
Something I'm loving about your team is you have so many different coaches from so many different training programs and camps. How do you guys come together to actually figure out what you're going to do on the floor?
Yeah, it's also like one of my favorite times. We all get to talk in there, and we're all individual athletes that have to come together to team, but I still take mental notes about what they're all saying to remember when we're back on the individual competition floor. But we definitely all make each other better for this weekend.
Well, I got you on this side of the floor. What do you have to say to your teammates that are about to do this one?
Hey, let's go score some points, boys! Let's go! Team North America!
Thanks, guys.
All good?
Well, if that doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what will. Now, you mentioned this earlier, Chase. The 4 people on the floor for each team, you had to use the 4 that sat out event 4 earlier today.
And I love that, is that strategy from one event to another event throughout the course of the day. So these 4 athletes did not compete in this morning's 4-person team event.
Now, here we go. Tia Toomey, who had minimal rest, is now joining Jay Crouch on the deadlift, and it's Alexis Raptis and Dallin Pepper will keep an eye on Raptis.
And now that is just not the way you wanted to start. The barbell is rolling for Team North America, but it's not even their fault. It just happens to be the way the floor is set up.
Chase, let's talk keys here.
Stick with what you start with, meaning the pace. 1 through 7 gets tough as you get faster. So if you're out of control, those no reps early can be a big deal. Slowest sets should be the burpee pace. So that means once you get to the round of 28, just follow your slowest athlete. Let them race, and you just keep pace with them.
Emily, you've done this event before. What does it like discussing strategy, going into events like this? How do those conversations work?
I mean, from being on Pat's team, it's you listen to Pat and do what he tells you to do. I think it's a lot of transitions. That's going to be really important. I mean, North America's already caught up. They've surpassed the world now.
Yeah, a fumble. And honestly, where you have a mistake, your biggest mistake is in the round where there's only 1 rep to it. That's the place to have it. So, as you said, Emily, Team North America already making a move, and they need this desperately.
Yeah.
So 405 pounds on that barbell. When they get to the big one, it'll be 715 pounds. The score at the top will be counting down like it was in the last event. So right now we're dead tied. Although North America with a slight lead as Brandon and Velder are back to work. They got there ahead of Krennikov and Tall.
Moving into the round of 5. You can see the barbell rolling for these athletes, and then you just gotta do what you can. The hard part is that once you start doing the bar facing burpees, is it still rolling once you're done doing the deadlifts?
The Raptis and Pepper working for Team North America. And if you weren't with us earlier, Alexis Raptis had to be helped off the floor after event number 1. She wasn't limping or wasn't injured, but just needed some assistance. And she looks just fine here as North America has a lead on the world team. They have got to start getting some wins here. 2 points again for the winner. Fastest time and getting it inside the time cap, and then you get a point also for the team that just gets inside the time cap. So North America can try to shave some of that
That's
deficit.
a good rule. Prevents.
It does.
Yeah. I mean, last year we had a couple strategies. Like if we were going to lose an event, it was kind of just, it's a write-off and just save yourself for the next one.
Yeah, and I think the powers that be noticed that and put that rule in place to make sure that didn't happen again in some of these events.
Yeah, if I see a deadlift event, I'm just like, pass.
Yeah.
Keep your back fresh.
Yes, I'll punt. So Brandon and Vellner back out. Krennikov and Tall are paired up.
It's still so close. We're talking a matter of seconds separating these teams, and we still have the round of 28 and 28 with a full team effort coming up at the end.
Emily, how different will it be for 2 people being synchronized as opposed to 4? What are the challenges there?
I think it's going to make a big difference. And considering how close they are, it's like if one team isn't synchronized, they're going to lose it.
How do you work on that before an event? Like, what does that practice look like when you're back there discussing, like, who's going to lead, who's going to kind of be the one calling the signals there?
Yeah, I'm assuming they're going to pick someone to yell 1, 2, 3, pick it up, and there goes Dallin. It's slippy out there.
There's a lot of moisture in the air here. That marine layer kind of settling in here. It's very foggy here
A little
in
moisture,
Huntington Beach.
a lot of sand.
North America continuing to lead here. They got about a 4-rep lead on the world team as Krennikov and Tall are trying to stay close to Vellner and Brandon.
You open up a little bit more lead on this round of 7. Now the grind really starts.
Now here come Pepper and Raptis. 715 pounds on that barbell. And here come Crouch and Toomey. So 28 reps here, then 28 synchronized burpees over the bar. North America needs a win here.
And Team World cycling a little quicker. Oh.
North America taking their first break. World back to
that's got to be your
work
last
on the barbell.
Break. That's got to be your last break.
The difference between being on a team and being alone is you have to plan the breaks because you can't drop it and everyone else hangs on.
Yeah.
The old whoops-a-daisy.
Oh.
North America, another break, and now Team World has an opportunity here. They have closed that gap significantly, and now we're tied. North America back to work.
Have to finish here. This is your chance.
And they're done. Onto the burpees. This has got to be synchronized for all 4 athletes. And now here comes the world team. North America's got to be careful here. They got a little out of sync on that last couple reps. And now they're
a little bit messier than Team World.
Yeah. And it's in a race this close, that could be the difference. North America unofficially a couple rep lead on the world team.
I can't overstate how important it is to get the point here and take advantage of the opportunity that Team World has given Team North America.
Inside the final 10 reps for North America. World right behind them on the right side.
World's getting a little sloppy now too. Yeah. There's a no rep for Team World.
That should clear the way for North America. There's a no rep for them. They finally got it sorted out, but North America is going to pick up the win. 2 points. Team World's got to get in to pick up that 1 extra point and just surrender 1 And now the deficit is at 2. North America doing what they had to do here.
Oh, man, what a brutal event.
When you watch something like that, are you happy that you're hanging out here as opposed to out on the floor, Emily?
You know what? Not really.
Nice.
Of
I
course.
think that's like the sick athlete mind.
Yeah.
It's just like,
That's the right answer.
yeah, you want to be there.
That's why my answer is to be
Exactly. We talk about this being a fun event, but at some point it's got to start kicking in that this is actual competition and money is on the line. Last year, when did that take place for you? Was it right off the bat?
No, it was Sunday, the last day. I think we were neck and neck, and I had to perform on that mono event.
Oh,
so it was,
yes, which they brought back. Okay, what's the worst way you think? The one you did last year where it was bike, burpee, run, but they're going in reverse this year.
not a question. Bike first.
Okay.
Is way worse. Like the bike is going to mess you up for the rest of the event. It's not even the same event, in my opinion, the other way.
Sean, I'm not sure, but I think after what happened in event 4 this morning, that Dallin Pepper has shaved a mustache to try to channel some of that North American red-blooded male energy to try to bring this team back.
Well, it paid off because, I mean, he had the one stumble right there, but North America led from the get-go.
Oh,
The
yeah.
world did a good job here on the synchronized burpees is cutting into that lead, but North America was able to get across the finish line first. 2 points for them, 1 point for the world team.
There it is. There's that. Look at that beautiful thing. Can barely see it. It's adorable.
Dallin Pepper and North America pick up the event win, but let's go down to the competition floor. Bella Martin with Pat Vellner and Alexis Raptis.
All right, Pat. Leader and captain of Team North America, do you rather be chased or be the one to chase?
I think based on my career, you might be able to guess the answer to that. I heard Justin's interview and I was like, yeah, easy to say when I'm on your team, I suppose. So you got them right where you want them when you're down by a few. But look, we're looking to get a little more comfortable by the end of today and started here. We gotta claw back some points and get ready for tomorrow.
You had to have a flawless performance in this one, and it looked like you just about did. You and Danielle were pretty much in sync the entire time. It was beautiful. How'd you guys decide the pairings on this one?
I think honestly we kind of went a little by height, but you can't go wrong really. Like there was no bad options for us 4. So we just chose and stuck with it, and we practiced with each other so we could figure out how to sync up the best. But I mean, you're gracious to say flawless. I feel like everybody on the floor was falling all over the place. So a few near misses, some close incidents there, but we managed to not get frustrated and come out with the points anyway.
Tell me about what it's like on the floor when you have to roll the barbell. Maybe you have a little bit of the precipitation coming on the floor. Does it make it more challenging, or is it just something that's non-factor?
You have to try not to think about it. I mean, the flow stuff, you got to practice it and treat that stuff like it's part of the workout. So when we're warming up and when we're kind of visualizing or rehearsing in your head, that's every time, you know you're doing deadlifts, burpees, you got to get your hands on the bar, you got to move it, you got to come back. The shuttle runs are part of the workout. So don't treat them like they're not, like don't walk, like hustle your ass back to the line. So all that stuff just goes into what separates really elite competitors. I think everybody on the floor is doing those things well. So when you get out, if it's a bit wet, if it's a bit whatever, you got to kind of let it fall off your back and do the best you can. We're all on the same floor. They had the same problems on their side, so try to manage it better than they do and hope for the best.
Now let's hoping for the best. Alexis, yesterday didn't go the way we wanted it. You look like you've got your sparkle back. How are we feeling?
Yeah, feeling much better. For those of you that don't know, my back was feeling great. I was just puking my guts out after that workout, so didn't have much in me. But I hydrated and fueled, and I'm feeling a lot better.
We're feeling better. We might get some gummies in before the next one. What's it been like for you and your experience on Team North America, even though today and yesterday might not have gone the way we wanted?
Yeah, it's been super fun. The team it's great. Like everyone is so positive and supportive and uplifting, and we're just making the most of it. And we're all just really helping each other, trying to achieve the same thing, but trying to have a lot of fun while doing it.
Thanks, Alexis. Thanks, Pat. Guys, we needed that win. Well done.
North America indeed needed that win, and they have now shaved the deficit to 2 points, 8-6. Team World leads with 1 point up for grabs in the final event of the evening. And Emily, what are the conversations like now with North America as they head into that final event? An event that, that format that you're very familiar with that you did last year.
Yeah, I mean, they have a fighting chance now, and if they can pull out another point in this next one, you're almost tied going into tomorrow. Like, anything could happen. There's 5 more events.
This event that's coming up it's a head-to-head format that we saw last year, I should say, though, on Saturday night that made things so close. How do you plan who does what there? And what's the pressure like when you step out on the floor when it's just you against one other athlete?
The pressure is high. I mean, it's not only you and your coach depending on you, it's your whole team. So you pick the best person that you think can get it done.
You've been around Wodapalooza quite a bit, and we just saw the announcement where the 26.3 is going to be in Miami. What's that like for you, knowing that that's going to take place in this environment?
It's going to be a party. It's going to be great. We were just talking about the open announcement last year, and the hype, the levels were so high. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and you've been part of those. Like, what? That's a great. I mean, that's a fun setting to be part of an open announcement.
Yeah, super fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be that good.
Well, Emily, thanks so much for taking the time to join us. Really appreciate it. Go back, maybe give North America a little bit of a pep talk, and
I'll try.
Yeah, see if we can make things a little bit closer heading into Sunday. 6-time CrossFit Games athlete and former Team North America member Emily Rolfe. We're back with event number 7 as North America looks to pull even closer.
People always say, when the dust settles, that's when I'll make my move. Not you, though. The dust, that's where you live. You love the excitement, the energy, the grit. Because you know, without a shadow of a doubt, the dust may settle, but you never will. And neither do we. Join now.
We've been sold on a system that costs more, asks more, and delivers less. Wake up. Health isn't bought. It's built. It's time to make choices that become habits, that change everything. Wake up. See what happens when the power is back in your hands. Welcome to the awakening.
Grit isn't found, it's built. Where lungs burn and muscles scream. Or every step, every rep, every set brings you closer to unbreakable. This isn't a place for shortcuts or excuses. Grit is built where limits are shattered and the impossible is conquered. Grit is built here.
one.
We are down to the final event of the day here on day number 2 of the TYR Cup from TYR Wodapalooza SoCal in Huntington Beach, California. Thanks so much for staying with us, everybody, on this gorgeous Saturday night in Southern California. I'm Sean Woodland with Chase Ingram, and Bella Martin is down on the competition floor. We will hear from her in just a second. Your overall standings through 6 events. Team North America was able to stop the bleeding, and they pull within 2 points heading into event number 7, which is all about head-to-head matchups. The weight on the dumbbell will go up, and the reps will go down as we work our way through the matchups here. The rope climbs always stay the same.
The rope climbs will stay the same. So when it comes to this, round 1, female 1, male 1, 12, 10, 8. Lightest dumbbells that they'll have, and then the reps, as you said, will decrease. It is so important to put the person in the right place depending on who they're throwing out there. It's not like they're sharing who these matchups are going to be. They're picking these athletes based off what their capability is. So these teams didn't know who they were going to go against when it comes to this. I'm curious if now knowing what these matchups could be, they might use one of those last-minute substitutions. It's like, hey, listen, we just saw Geese here. Why waste Dallin when maybe he could guarantee a win in another position and put him somewhere else? There's so much on the line here. And if this is anything like we had last year in this same format, this is going to be an incredible competition.
Let's bring in Bella Martin, who's out there on the competition floor.
Something I love about Wodapalooza specifically is the caliber of athletes that are just in the stands enjoying the event. You had Emily Rolfe recently in the booth. There's elite athletes all across the floor. I caught up with so many of them. Specifically this time was Brent Fikowski. Some of you know him as the professor. When it comes to strategizing a workout, how to do it efficiently and effectively, he's the guy that I'm going to go to figure out how these workouts are going to be done. I just asked him what his tips for success are on this one. Plain and simple, go really fast on the rope and don't mess up. I'm not really sure it's that simple, guys, but if you do what Brent says, you'll be successful on this one.
And I'm not really sure that conversation was that short with Brent Fikowski.
the move fast, go hard. That's always a great just approach when it comes to the competition.
Teams are coming back out on the floor here. Let's take a look at the matchups. Justin Medeiros and Jay Crouch will kick things off for the men, and Emma Lawson will take on Gracie Walton for the women, and Tia Toomey and Livy Kerstetter are going to close things out for the women, and Dallin Pepper and Guimaeros running the anchor legs for their team.
There's a couple wild cards out here. I mean, look, obviously, you know, you would always say it's like, oh, Tia's just going to crush because that's what she does, but she's not coming in, I would say, competitive 100%. There's nothing actually wrong. She's just taking some time off, and here's where she's at. Whereas, like, Kerstetter, she can cycle a barbell. She can cycle a dumbbell. Can she keep it close enough on the rope climbs to steal a win here?
There's only 1 point on the line here in this event. The team that picks up the most head-to-head wins will win the event. So the first team to 5 will have locked up the event. But we're still going to do all the heats regardless of what happens. So all the athletes will go through this event. Let's talk about the keys here.
When you're looking at the matchups, right, be honest and not a hero, meaning how do you feel? Have the honest conversation with your team where you think you will actually be best. Then maximize the matchup. Try to figure out, I mean, look, do your best to send out little birds and try to find out, hey, who's going where on Team World, who's going where on North America. Maybe you get some good information, maybe you don't, but maximize the matchup you have against you with the weights that you have at your disposal.
There is Roman Krennikov getting himself right as Justin Medeiros is going to square off against Jay Crouch to start. They'll begin with 3 rope climbs, and then it's 12, 10, 8 on the dumbbell snatches, 70, 80, and 90 pounds.
I'll say this. I talked about, hey, no reps are going to be a factor when on the dumbbell, but if you want to absolutely guarantee a loss in your matchup is get a no rep on the rope climb.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure. Also, this is like, is legless going to be the way to go? Is it going to be legs? Are you going to mess around with your foot grab? Because when you're trying to sprint rope climbs using your legs, that foot grab is so vital, and you can see people kicking the ropes everywhere. So these guys are going to set the tone to see what the best strategy is for the rest of these matchups.
Medeiros versus Crouch, round 1 here. Medeiros is on the left, Crouch is on the right.
Medeiros straight legless right from the start. Oh my gosh.
And Medeiros is through his 3, and he is on to the dumbbell. 12 reps at 70 pounds. Here comes Jay Crouch.
It's the fastest legless row climbs I've ever seen
That
somebody
was
do.
impressive from Justin Medeiros. Hat at the top will be counting down. Jay Crouch is putting a little pressure on Medeiros. Medeiros ditches the dumbbell, now 10 reps at 80 pounds.
Now for Justin, his cycle speed is great. He's got a good overhead position. What he just needs to make sure he does is he executes the rest of the way. He's already established his lead. Jay Crouch isn't necessarily going to cycle the dumbbell faster than he is. So Justin just can't afford to get one no rep. Use
Final
the
rep
lead
for
that you
Medeiros.
have.
And now on to the 90-pound dumbbell. 8 total reps here, then the sprint to the finish as Medeiros looking to kick things off for the North America team with a victory.
Ooh.
Medeiros is done. He's through. 1-0 North America.
Shout out to Justin Medeiros' dumbbell who landed vertically, by the way. I don't even know how the kids playing this flip bottle game with their water bottles. Justin just did that with a 90-pound dumbbell.
Pretty impressive. That should be an extra point.
All right, so what did we learn? Legless is the way to go. Look at the speed of Justin Medeiros on the left side of your screen. Touch and going from the ground as Jay Crouch using his feet. So now we know that's the key. Justin set the tone. If you can get an edge on the dumbbell, as long as you just keep your speed clean, you don't have a misgrip with the switching overhead to that touch and go from the bottom, you can get a win right from the start.
Justin Medeiros picked up the win in his heat. It's 1-0 North America. First team to 5 will take the point for the event. Emma Lawson and Gracie Walton will be up next.
Just mentioning the dumbbell earlier is that even though Justin had the edge and never lost it, in that last dumbbell, had you had maybe fumbled with your grip at the bottom or just had a miscue and dropped it, that can also, there's so much pressure in this style of event. A little bit different than last year. Obviously, you had the barbells. If you could power clean them and sprint through them, great. Or, listen, you're either strong or you're not. You're going to clean it better than I can because you're stronger than me. With a dumbbell like this, everybody can do it.
And another thing you saw in that replay, Justin struggled with his footing just a little bit, sprinting and coming to a stop. The crew's doing a great job of keeping the floor as dry as they possibly can out there, but there is moisture in the air, something you need to be aware of.
I think it's less of the moisture. You see it a little bit on the mats, but it's more of the sand texture on the rubber that's tricking some people up. Now, I know for the men, we've seen legless is the way to go here. For the women, I would say that also is true until you start to maybe slow down or feel that fatigue and then bring the feet in when you need them.
We're going to go top to bottom here in the matchups. Justin Medeiros again picking up the win over Jay Crouch. Up next is Emma Lawson on the left in the blue and Gracie Walton on the right.
I love this. Is like penalty shots in hockey.
Yes. Now you're speaking my language. That's good stuff right there.
I was going to say penalty kicks in soccer, but I was reading the room of the people that are sitting next to me in the booth.
Yeah. Lawson against Walton. Start with 3 rope climbs.
Okay, going with the feet.
Lawson struggled a little bit getting her feet locked in on that second one, and now she's got it dialed in for the 3rd rep, and she'll be the first woman to the barbell, 12 reps at 50 pounds.
Okay, you've done what you needed to do. You've got the lead and try to maintain it. Don't over sprint the dumbbell. A no rep here and you lose that 2-second advantage you got on the rope climbs. Gosh, I can't even make a 50-pound dumbbell with mine.
No. After this is 10 reps at 55. Lawson ahead of Gracie Walton, looking to pick up another win for Team North America.
Okay, 3 reps on her.
Lawson now on to the final dumbbell, 60 pounds, 8 reps. And North America looking to go 2 for 2 here. Lawson slowing a little bit. And she will hold off Gracie Walton, and it's another win for North America.
I will say that once this dumbbell starts getting a little heavier, it's going to be really interesting to watch. Okay, so, and that's the thing too, right? We know the rope climb is so valuable with the lighter dumbbells and the higher reps, right? There's not going to be any separation there in terms of speed. As that dumbbell gets heavier, it's going to become more and more of a factor. I know the reps will be less, but the movements will be slower. So watch Emma Lawson. She has that short foot grab where Gracie Walton was doing a classic knee tucked to the chest. The cycle rate of the foot grab was just too slow for Gracie Walton.
And did not have enough time to make it up. Emma Lawson wins. Let's go down to Bella Martin.
Emma, first things first, the guys did legless. You chose to use your legs on this one. How did you make that decision?
Actually, I was planning on doing legless, at least for the first rep, but after just finishing the workout we did first, my arms and grip didn't quite have it in me, so I was just trying to go as fast as I can without getting out of control, so yeah, no thinking, just go.
We saw on the floor, sometimes if you go a little too fast, you slip up on your feet, and this one you don't have time to slip. What are you going through your mind, getting to each double, making sure you hit that rep appropriately?
Yeah, you're obviously trying to think about going fast, but you also need to be so aware of every movement that you're doing because mistakes in an event like this can be very costly. So I was just trying to smooth this fast, but also go fast.
North America's 2-0 on this one. What do you have to say for teammate number 3?
Sorry, pardon?
You guys are 2-0 on this one. What do you have for teammate number 3?
Yeah, I think we got this.
Thanks, Emma.
Well, so far, North America has been perfect as Justin Medeiros wins his matchup with Jay Crouch, and now Emma Lawson picks up a win against Gracie Walton. It's 2-0. North America, first team to 5, will win the event. That's going to bring up Patrick Vellner taking on Roman Krenikoff, and now the dumbbell weight will go up, and the reps will decrease. We'll start with 10 reps now at 80 pounds, and the men will increase by 10 each dumbbell. Take another look at the event. Pacific Ascent. Final event of the day here.
Like I'm taking an eye exam that I am currently failing, trying to read the graphics.
A lot of information there. Matchup number 3. Pat Vellner on the left, Roman Krenikoff on the right. 2-0, North America. 3 rope climbs to kick us off.
Okay, Roman learned from Jay, going legless all the way through. And man, Roman's last climb.
10 reps at 80 pounds here. We are dead even through this first round. Vellner might have a slight lead on Krenikoff. Final rep here for Vellner, final for Krenikoff. And Pat gets his hands on that 90-pound dumbbell just ahead of Krenikoff.
90 pounds is heavy, trying to move it as fast as they're moving it.
Final dumbbell's 100 pounds. They'll do 6 reps each, and it's Vellner getting to that dumbbell first. Final rep for Vellner. And it's 3 for 3 for North America.
I know I'm supposed to talk, but I was too busy watching.
Impressive effort from Pat Vellner. Roman Krenikoff did a really good job on that final rope climb to try to close that distance, but it was Vellner on the dumbbell who was able to hold him off. And now it's 3-0. North America, they're 2 away from winning this thing.
I mean, fitness is one thing, but execution is crucial to this. And it just looked like on that final climb, Pat, there you saw just a little bit of a stumble and a slip at the bottom. And that opened the door back up for Roman. But good on Pat to stay calm stay focused and just keep that intensity high on the dumbbell snatches. But here, any no rep for any person at this speed is going to be the difference between winning and losing this event.
Let's go back to Bella Martin.
Pat, you are now 3-0 for Team North America. We're trying to get to 5. What's going through your mind trying to keep those world teammates off the leaderboard?
We're doing everything we can. I mean, we're in a bit of a back against the wall scenario. I mean, Emma was talking about flirting with the line between control and speed, and fuck, I was out of control there, but I got what I came for. So, look, you got to do what you got to do. We got to hurt them here tonight. I think so far they've won some specialist events, a little bit of shooting, a little bit of special gymnastics, monostructural, and then anything that's not quite so cute, and it's hard work and it's fitness. I think we're seeing who's winning, so I got a lot of faith in our team for the rest of tonight.
Thanks, Pat.
And now it's a competition. Now it's official.
Listen, this all cutesy, we're all friends, and we're all so supportive. Like, that's the trash talk that I'm waiting to see now.
Alexis Raptis and Amy Kringle will be up next. We are in the second part of this, so it's going to be 10-8-6.
55, 60, and 70 for those dumbbell weights. So a 5-pound jump from 1 to 2, but then a 10-pound jump from 2 to 3. So both women use legs on the last one. It's interesting. Listen to Emma Lawson. It's like the plan was legless until I felt the way I felt after the deadlift event.
Oh, and all those toes bars she did with Jessica Medeiros.
The toes bar event that she did.
Stand by.
Raptis versus Kringle.
Ooh, Kringle going for legless on the first rep. Nothing we didn't. Oh, did Alexis just get a?
Something happened there.
Alexis just got a no rep on the first one.
And that is going to probably do it for Alexis Raptis' chance of catching Amy Kringle. Not sure what happened there. And now Raptis is just going to try to get this thing done. So Amy Kringle, barring a total disaster here, is going to pick up the win as Raptis is going to do everything she can to try to keep this close. You talked about it at the start. The one thing you cannot do is get a no rep on the rope.
That was tough to see. I'm not sure what it was for. I was going to mention is that if everybody has the same speed up the rope, you'll see a lot of athletes, especially these days, the way they can descend from the rope is such a valuable skill to have when it comes to competition.
Now Kringle gets called back, and that could be the opportunity that Raptis needs to get back in this thing. But Kringle with 2 reps before Raptis gets her hand on that final dumbbell, and all of a sudden this thing got really interesting.
No.
And now Kringle's in as Raptis miscounted.
I mean, hey, it's a bold strategy.
I mean,
listen, maybe they're not counting. I'm just going to try to run across the finish line and sneak one in there.
Well, Amy Kringle gets the world team on the board, and they now trail 3-1.
Oh, I wonder what happened with Alexis on that first climb. She looked so good.
So let's see if we can see what happens here on this first rope climb.
Okay, fast feet, I love to see that. Oh, I don't know if it's touching the beam and not where the rope is. And you can see where Amy Kringle is touching is the beam, and Raptis had touched where the knot of the rope was. That might have been what the difference was.
And then Kringle got called back, and all of a sudden it got interesting as Raptis was right back in it.
I definitely sat up in my seat because I was sitting back just like, dang it. Wait, no, not dang it. I'm not cheering for anybody. I'm supposed to be a neutral observer from the broadcast booth.
Amy Kringle gets the win. Let's go back to Bella Martin.
Amy, what the heck just happened?
I don't know. What did just happen? I think I miscounted in my head. Then had a little tumble, but hey, I think we got that one.
Maybe it was the additional pressure when you guys are 3 down and you're trying to come into it. How do you manage the mental pressure going into an event like this one? It's so fast.
Yeah, it is so fast, and I'm not made for that. But it's a lot to go on in my little head. But yeah, and it's late at night. It's hard to think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard to think. When it came to this one, how did you decide that you were going to be the second female out onto the floor? Was just that's the dumbbell weight you like?
Yeah, I'm not amazing with 32.5 kilo plus pounds, 70 pounds plus. So yeah, that was my section, I guess.
Well, what the heck, Amy? Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
That interview
All that matters for Amy Kringle, she got the win.
I was saying the interview was harder than the workout.
Yeah, I
she
know.
just did.
3-1 now. North America leads as it's going to be Jason Hopper taking on Ricky Garrard. The weight on the dumbbell is going to go up yet again. And the reps will be 8, 6, 4. We're starting at 90 pounds, and we're making 10-pound jumps every time.
90, 100, 110.
Pepper versus Garrard. Pepper's on the left, Garrard's on the right. It's 3-1 North America as we move into the 5th matchup. And now Ricky Garrard has a lead on Hopper.
Listen, you're not going to beat Ricky in a legless rope climb. But this dumbbell still has an opportunity for Jason Hopper.
90 pounds on the dumbbell, 8 reps. Hopper's got to be careful with that other hand coming up too early. Ricky just ahead of Jason, but Hopper's keeping it close here. 100 pounds, 6 reps.
There's a
and now a
mistake.
no rep for Hopper.
Look, you got to go as fast as you can, but you can't be out of control.
Garrard to the 110-pound dumbbell, 4 reps for him. And Garrard has got it, and now it's 3-2 North America.
Uh-oh. Everybody's puckered up a little bit.
Well, Ricky Garrard on the rope did enough to open up a lead that Jason Hopper just could not overcome. And it's now 2 straight for the world team.
Well, I'm looking at the next matchup for the females, and it's going to be Danielle Brandon versus Emma Tall. But look, Danielle Brandon's athletic, she's quick, but Emma Tall is a puller.
Now let's take another look at what Ricky Garrard was able to do here on the rope, and this is what made the difference as he picks up the 2nd win for the world team.
Just the speed that Ricky has, and the little fumble there for Jason Hopper, went to his feet, started to swing, missed the touch, and here's the thing, Hopper was still so close and was all but a clean run for him. So just to give the next athletes, obviously you're not going to listen to this because you're competing at the moment, it's like you don't have to go so fast that you're not in control of what you're doing. Go as fast as humanly possible, but be conscious of what you're doing with each movement that you take.
Let's bring in Bella Martin with Ricky Garrard.
Ricky, that was the fastest I've seen you move in a while. Was it because you were going against Jason, or just this is a good one for you?
Yeah, Jason motivates the hell out of me. Never want him to beat me since the game, so I knew I could win it on the rope climbs, and yeah, that was like the fastest rope climbs I've ever done in my life, so just had to execute on the dumbbells, which I did. And yeah, got another point for Team World, so let's fucking go, Emma! Come on!
We talked the other day, I asked, why do you think Team World's gonna win it this time? You said your fitness is what's gonna get you there, or is it gonna be your execution? You guys are able to just claw your way back, and you're putting more points on the board.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of everything.
1 minute.
Execution, fitness, no mistakes, and yeah, we should get the win at the end of Sunday.
All right, thanks, Ricky. Great job.
Thanks, guys.
Ricky Garrard picks up the 2nd win for the world team. Now, in case you're wondering, in the event of a tie, as we are now sit at 3-2, it is going to be the team that has the lowest total combined time. That will be the tiebreak.
Ooh.
Danielle Brandon, one of the team captains for North America, taking on Emma Tall.
Now, one thing with execution is that athleticism is a big advantage when it comes to that, and Danielle Brandon has that in spades. So This is look, we talked about it. Team North America's victory is going to hinge on what Danielle Brandon does this weekend. They need her to show up, and now's the time.
And the women will start on the 60-pound dumbbell. They'll make a 10-pound jump to 70, and then the final dumbbell 75 pounds as we start with 3 rope climbs.
And that touch-and-go jump right from the bottom for Danielle Brandon on that second rep. Now she's right where she needs to be, ahead of Emma Tall going into the first dumbbell.
8 reps at 60 pounds. Final couple reps for Brandon, and she'll move on to 70 pounds. 6 reps here. Tall done. Brandon onto the final dumbbell, 4 reps here at 75 pounds. And North America is going to be 1 away from picking up the event win as Danielle Brandon takes her heat against Emma Tall. And now the pressure is really on the world team as they cannot afford to drop another heat.
Listen to these matchups. It's Guy versus Dallin.
Oh.
Next.
Get your
and
popcorn.
Then it's Tia versus Olivia.
Well, Danielle Brandon picks up the win, and it is now 4-2. And once again, the rope is the difference.
And Danielle Brandon executed flawlessly. We talked that she's going to have to. It's resting on her shoulders. She's a team captain, and it was her time to put North America 2 points ahead in this event. And then once she got to the dumbbell, she moves so well when it comes to this, especially when going overhead. She's one of the best overhead positions in all of CrossFit. And just, we said, speed, execution is a massive element in this particular event.
Danielle Brandon is with Bella Martin.
Danielle, you are the captain of the North America team, and you did what a captain needs to do. You came out here, and you're now 4-2. Was there any extra pressure going into you on this one?
I think initially I felt a little bit of pressure. You put a lot to do it for your team, but I thought if I just did my thing, it would pay off, and it did.
Well, let's talk about doing your thing. It looks like you're having a lot of fun out here. How's it been today on day 2? It's your climbing day for Team North America.
It really is our climbing day. We needed a lot of confidence from the last workout, and I think we're doing just that from this one as well.
We've got Dallin, and you're 1 point away from winning this one. What do you have to say to Dallin?
1 minute.
Dallin's one of the best snatchers in the game, so I have no worries.
Full mic drop. Thank you, Danielle.
We wondered what version of Danielle Brandon was going to show up here at this event. So far, she's been exactly what North America has needed over 2 days.
Yes, and again, we touched on before we even started, is that if North America wants an opportunity based off paper, that Danielle Brandon, we needed the best version of her to come in to this competition. But it all is going to rest on Dallin Pepper's shoulders. Is that, yes, he might be one of the best snatchers in the game, but he is not the best snatcher in the game, because that man's Guy Majeros.
And now we're on the bottom portion of the event description. The dumbbell is going to start at 100 pounds. You're going to go 6, 4, and 2 on the rep scheme, and you're going to make a 10-pound jump each time.
100 pounds, 110, 120. Dallin needs to get ahead on the rope if he wants a shot to take down Guy.
Pepper versus Majeros. Neck and neck after 2 rope climbs with Guy with a slight lead. Majeros with a slip is going to get to the dumbbell first. 6 reps at 100 pounds. Guy gets done ahead of Pepper. World cannot afford to lose another heat. They got to hope this thing comes down to a tiebreak. Guy is done onto the 120-pound dumbbell. 2 reps here. Has to re-grip. And he's going to take it, and it is now 4-3. Guy wincing a little bit, grabbing his right shoulder after that. Hopefully he is going to be okay.
Well, I mean, it's basically like a car crash with a heavy dumbbell, the speed at which these guys are going at the moment.
Guimaeros is obviously in some discomfort here. But it's now 4-3 North America. So Tia Toomey has got to beat Olivia Kerstetter. And then we got to total up some times.
Just Guy's speed on the rope. Dallin was right there with him the whole time, but on this third climb, Dallin loses his grip, slows down in the middle. Guy, a little slip there to possibly open the door, but you put a 100-pound dumbbell in Guy's hand and try to tell him that it's heavy. It's insulting to his ability. And then these last reps for Guy, that little stumble at the end, not bad for him. And Dallin, look, he was right there with him. And so if Tia wins, then the tiebreaker comes into play. So then those times at those teams, each individual athlete. And now, look, the pressure's on Tia. She has got to get that dumbbell, because as great as Tia is, it's almost a flip of what we just saw between Dallin and Guy. Is Olivia is going to be better on the dumbbell with the skill sets that she's bringing in. So Olivia just needs to stay as close as she can. She cannot afford a misgrip. They're both wearing knee sleeves on their legs. That tells me they're going full legs for these rope climbs.
Dumbbell starts at 70 pounds, 75. And then finally, we close out with the 80-pound dumbbell, 2 reps. Kerstetter wins. North America takes the event. Tia wins. We're going to a tiebreak.
Which also for Kerstetter is to be able to go as fast as she possibly can to minimize the time difference between her and Tia if Tia were to beat her.
So far, Tia Toomey has done every event except the one earlier today, event 4.
I mean, that's
of course, that's exactly what you would do, yeah.
Well, not what I would do.
What you would have her do.
Hope
yes.
she could do. Yes.
Two of the 3 women who finished on the podium at the CrossFit Games in Albany, New York, going head-to-head. Kerstetter on the left, Toomey on the right. Toomey's got to get the win here.
Now Toomey
so
went
this goes to a tiebreak.
She went late. Oh, no! That's what Olivia needed, and good for her. Olivia had a misstep herself, but she needed to stay close to Tia. Now it's going to be a race on the dumbbell.
Kerstetter's going to get to the dumbbell first. 6 reps at 70 pounds. Toomey's right there. Kerstetter wins. North America picks up the point.
Kerstetter, a little miss at the bottom of that 5th rep. The Kerstetter's only going to get better as the weight goes up.
Now to 75 pounds, and the good news for Kerstetter, even if Toomey comes back, they're so close that could be some insurance for a tiebreak. And now Kerstetter to the final dumbbell, trying to pick up the win for North America. 2 reps, she's got it. And North America has done it, and it's a 1-point lead for Team World heading into Sunday.
And before the weekend started, we talked about what Olivia Kerstetter's replacing Alex Kazan's importance, what it was going to be. The weakness for Team North America last year was strength. And Olivia Kerstetter has that strength to take Team North America another point to end the day.
Like Dante from Clerk, she wasn't even supposed to be here today. And now she helps her team pick up an event win. And it couldn't get much closer heading into the final day of competition. And once again, this format delivers at the TYR Cup.
And Tia is celebrating Olivia because Olivia moving to Proven earlier, being basically mentored by Tia since before the CrossFit Games.
And you talked about that role that she had taken on before we started this whole competition on Friday.
And Tia Toomey, that little misstep on the rope, opened the door for Olivia Kerstetter. And we said earlier, if Olivia can get close on the dumbbell, she might be able to pass Tia. Fortunately for her, she got to the dumbbell first and was able to hold on all the way through to the finish.
Big win for Olivia Kerstetter. Huge victory for Team North America. Let's go down to the results here. 5-3 as Olivia Kerstetter clinches it for North America, and she is with Bella Martin.
Tia, I'm loving the banter that you've got going on, but I feel like you're proud of the next generation. 2 podium winners. How's it feel going head-to-head with the younger version of you, maybe?
Oh, it's bloody awesome. Honestly, every opportunity we get to go up against, well, everyone here, right? But I've watched Liv over the last couple of years, and she's just so amazing, got such a bright future, and tonight was such a highlight.
Olivia, it's got to feel good to know that Tia is not only on your side, but she's happy to see you thrive. How does it feel? Does it feel real to you yet?
I don't know. I definitely wouldn't be where I am without Tia and the Proven team, so I guess I really have to thank her for beating her.
Olivia, you were the late add to the team, but clearly you have earned your place on this team, getting 5-3 in this one. Team North America needed it. What do you need to do going into tomorrow? How are you going to bring it on the final day?
I think we still have a lot of points up for grabs, so anything's possible, and just give it our all and go for the win.
Well, you heard it here first. They're going to go for the win tomorrow. Team North America. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm going to go.
Well, just for one event, the student becomes the master. And Olivia Kerstetter picks up a big point for Team North America. It's 8-7 heading into the final 4 events on Sunday.
Man, we were hoping it would be close. We were a little worried after the first event this morning, even more so after the second one this afternoon. But what Team North America did in the last 2 events was everything that they needed to get within 1 point going into the final day of competition.
Team North America did what Team North America needed to do. We've got one final day of competition. What do you got going on for tomorrow?
Beach.
Beach. Thank you, Ken.
Our job is beach tomorrow. We got ourselves back in the game tonight, and I was just telling the team, for anybody who was keeping score from last year, it's gone the exact reverse of last year, where we're North America last year won the early points, and then World won out every night, and then North America went into the last day with a 1-point lead, and it's been the exact reverse of that. But we want to change that tomorrow, because last year North America won, and we want to try to pull a bunch more points tomorrow morning and continue on with that for the rest of the day and try to get ourselves back into it, make that Captain's Challenge interesting.
Well, I'm excited to see the Captain Challenge. What are the learnings from today that you're going to bring into tomorrow?
Like, I think today was sloppy. We had to scrap tonight, and we did. Like, when we have to do it, we can do it. We're fit. Everybody knows what their job is, and we can execute when we have to. Tomorrow morning is a scrappy workout, so that's one that's just going to be grunt work. It's 20-something minutes of just slugging it out in the sand. It's going to be uncomfortable, and I think we can do uncomfortable just fine. Not like those pretty boys over on World. So I think we're going to show up tomorrow. We're going to get right to work, and we're going to bring it even, and we're going to have a fun night in the stadium tomorrow.
Well, it's another day in Barbie Land tomorrow, so thanks, Ken.
See you later, Barbie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Vellner.
Captain Comeback Pat Vellner leading another one here for Team North America as they have pulled within 1 point and setting up an exciting final day.
Man, this is what we're hoping for, and good enough for Team North America is that when Pat was talking beach, he's talking about the beach event that they also had last year, where you're basically moving all the way from one end to another, and that fared out pretty well for Team North America last year.
Yeah, last year is when North America really pulled away from World. The scoreboard was kind of closer than the result was. They had it wrapped up heading into the final event, but they still have some work left. A great day 2 here at Huntington Beach as Team North America now trails by 1 point with 4 events remaining. Thanks so much for being with us, everybody. We really appreciate it here from TYR Wodapalooza SoCal in Huntington Beach. For Chase Ingram, Bella Martin, and our entire crew here in Southern California, I'm Sean Woodland. We will see you back here tomorrow as we conclude the 2025 TYR Cup.